Ole, 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 ole. USA Soccer World Cup. Head coach Alun Oliver, head coach of St. Mary's College Soccer. I get fired up for World Cup, man. I'm all into it. That's how you start a show right there.
Absolutely.
Welcome to the show, Coach.
Thanks very much. Thanks for having me.
All right, so little background. Head coach Alun Oliver is going to tell you all about it. He's played overseas. You can hear the accent. He's a man. Give me a little background so we can get to this World Cup prediction.
Absolutely. Well, I've been playing soccer obviously since I was young, and was fortunate enough to move from Wales, where I was born, to England to play for a couple of years. And cut a long story short, I ended up in America, down at St. Mary's, and in 2000, and 14 years later, I'm the head coach at St. Mary's. So really happy for that opportunity.
So, you know, we'll stay objective on this show, but you're cheering for England in the World Cup, right?
As a proud Welshman, I can't say that I am. No, I mean, you know, I support Manchester United, so all the Man United players are there. But you know, I think they're going to do all right. But you know, as a Welshman, it's probably not the best thing for me to do. So.
Does Rooney still play for them?
He does, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's old, man. He's still balling.
He's getting up there. Yeah.
He's still balling. All right, so we'll get to predictions in a minute. Of course, we want to start with the USA. Coach, this group is called the group of death. It's not called the group of a tough head coach. It's called the group of death. USA is going to get smoked in this thing, right?
Well, here's the thing. I mean, the key for the US is the first game against Ghana. If they don't win against Ghana, it's going to be very, very tough. If they do and build a little momentum, I think that they have an outside chance. But I mean, Portugal and Germany, number 2, number 3 in the world, with, you know, Cristiano Ronaldo for Portugal, and those the German players that are, you know, they're very talented. I think it's going to be tough. But that first game is going to be key against Ghana.
And Ghana's taken us out the last few World Cups now.
They're kind of a bogey team for the US, so I think that it's a tough group. It is the group of death for a reason. It's called the group of death for a reason, so it's going to be a tough road. But
anything called the group of death. I mean, oh my gosh. So it's Germany, Portugal, and Ghana in that group with the US. We're going to get smoked. All right, all right, so, well, we had headlines a couple weeks back when Landon Donovan, I can't even say arguably the biggest name in USA Soccer for years now, was left off of the team.
Right.
Is there some infighting there? Is there some politics there, or was it a performance-based thing in your opinion? And were you surprised by that?
I was surprised, to be honest with you. I mean, he's an impact player. He's you know, again, like you said, he's been one of the best US players for 10 years now. You know, even if you take him and he's on the bench, he's great to have off the bench, you know, to give that spark and to have, I mean, he's obviously had a ton of experience, 3 World Cups. So I was definitely surprised to see him off the squad. I think, and it hasn't come out, but I think that there was some clash of personalities maybe with the head coach, Jurgen Klinsmann and Donovan. I was a little surprised, and the guys that they took some young guys in his place, into Donovan's place, and whether they could make the same impact off the bench, I don't really know. But you know, again, the coach has to make his decisions, whether people agree with him or not. I mean, it's obviously tough decisions there, and we'll see. The trouble is for the US, if they don't go, you know, to the knockout phase, it's all going to come back to they should have taken Donovan. Yeah. So it's tough.
Well, Coach Oliver, couldn't I argue that leaving him off the team, a guy who could help now, obviously, with all that experience, and the USA always struggles to score in the World Cups. So and he could help there. So leaving him off the team in favor for the young guys, couldn't I argue you're building for future World Cups? Shouldn't we take the best team available that can win now?
I mean that's a great point. I mean, here's the thing: you never know how players are gonna, you know, with regard to their potential, how they're going to be in 4 years. You never know. But you know, I think with the way soccer is in the US, I think, you know, in the next 4 years, 8 years, the next 2 World Cups, I think, you know, you're gonna see a group of talented young USA players coming through. You know, again, I think there is room for the youngsters to come in and to kind of give them that experience. But to leave Donovan off, I think, you know, there must have been something behind the scenes that caused that, whether it was clash of personalities or whether Donovan didn't mix with the team chemistry there. So.
Group of death, Coach.
Yeah,
We're going to get
absolutely.
smoked. All right, and speaking of the next 4 to 8 years, just a sidebar, the next one's in Russia, and then the one after that is in Qatar, where the average temperature's 1,000 degrees. So good luck with that. Okay, let's get to who you like in this thing, okay? Am I a cornball for thinking Brazil's hosting, Brazil is Brazil? They're going to win this thing, right?
I mean, they've got a great chance. I mean, you know, to be playing in front of your home crowd is a huge advantage, and to be in that climate, to be used to that climate, it's a massive advantage too. Yeah, absolutely, they're one of the favourites. I think that, you know, there's any one of the top 5 or 6 could easily win it. I think, for me personally, I think Spain again.
Yeah.
They've got the most talent from top to bottom, in my opinion. I think they've got a great chance, but there are a few dark horses that I think that will shock a few people as well. Belgium, for example, full of young, very, very talented attacking players. Got some very good players on defense as well, and so I think they could shock a couple of people. And again, I think England could do well. I think, you know, again, they've got some young guys coming through as well. So, but my prediction, I'm going to go with Spain. So.
You're going with Spain?
I'm going with Spain.
Way to go out on a limb there, Coach.
I tell you, yeah.
Well, you know, for the record, the last hosting country and team to win it was 1998 when France did it.
Absolutely.
See, I do my homework.
Yeah,
I love World Cup soccer, man.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk players real quick. Household names, your Ronaldos, your Neymars. Are those going to be the guys that stand out, or do you see some other guys, you know, kind of coming up and making themselves household names now?
Well, you know, the countries obviously, you know, are depending on those stars to do well in the World Cup. I mean, I think, you know, for Messi, for Argentina, I think
they got a chance to win it too, don't they?
They absolutely do, and you know, the thing is he's running out of World Cups to actually win one now, and
right.
You know, it's going to be interesting to see how he performs. There's a lot of talent, obviously, on display this World Cup. I think that Rooney, I think he's got a great chance of being a star this World Cup. He hasn't in the past, so I think he's gonna hopefully do well there. I think that there are a few other players there's a couple of players for Belgium, for example. A player called Eden Hazard, who's a young player coming through. I think he's got the potential to do really well. But I think, you know, the stars on show, I think if they turn up, they're going to be, like I said, the Neymars and the Messis and the Ronaldos. It'd be good to see them on show because they're the best players in the world for a reason. So. Head
coach Alun Oliver and I are going to watch some of these World Cup games together. We won't get into, we'll talk off camera how we'll celebrate that. Real quick, how's the offseason going for the Seahawks?
It's good. You know, we had a great spring season with the guys, and they worked extremely hard. And you know, focus is on, obviously, this fall. We've got a very, very strong recruiting class coming in. We're going to be young next fall, but I think, you know, we've got some talented guys to come in and take some of the burden off the guys that are returning. And I think there's some impact players there too. So we're really excited about the fall. And it's good.
I'll get out there, cover some games for you guys.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Hey, look, Landon Donovan's not doing anything. Can we check the eligibility?
Well,
maybe
we'll see. Yeah, let's see if we can get down to St. Mary's. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you for watching Southern Maryland Sports Journal with me, Travis Thomas, exclusively on MetroCast Channel 10. Enjoy the World Cup! Ole, 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 ole!
Changing times brings changing needs. That's why, for your convenience, Booth's Heating and Air have extended their service hours to 10 hours a day, Monday through Saturday, at regular service rates. Through rigorous training classes and courteous business practices, Booth's technicians always go above and beyond to provide you with award-winning customer service that you can trust. Booth's Heating and Air, serving the Southern Maryland area since 1993.